Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about how to turn your side hustle into your full-time income. Today I'm going to give you the proven formula on how to create viral videos on TikTok and how I grew my following to 700,000 or actually over 700,000 in just a few months. I'm going to give you the step-by-step guide on how to create these videos and how to direct the traffic to your Amazon store so you can sell your products. It's very important to promote your Amazon products on both TikTok, Instagram Reels, and even YouTube Shorts because the algorithm is pushing these types of content right now, so you really need to take advantage. If you pay attention on TikTok, there's a hashtag called Amazon Finds, and there are millions of videos under this hashtag that have gone viral and that have created lots of sales for those Amazon sellers. So we're going to go through exactly how to create those same videos and how to drive that traffic to your Amazon store. The formula that I'm going to share again works for TikTok, Reels, and for YouTube Shorts. And I want you to stay till the end because I'm gonna share some added secrets on how to accelerate your growth very fast on TikTok. So first we're going to talk about brainstorming the idea. And I use a platform called Airtable where I organize all of my ideas and then I move them in a flow of how I create the TikToks, how I edit, and how I post. So when it comes to the queue column of my Airtable, I write down any ideas that come to mind. So even if they're not that great, you still want to write them down because you never know how you can elaborate these ideas. You might be able to turn it into something different. So write down all of your ideas. You want to come up with at least 20 to 30 ideas for your TikToks, and then you're probably gonna get out of it around 5 or 6. You also want to look at TikTok app itself. You want to go through the For You page, and if you find that you're seeing a sound more than twice on your For You page, then it's most likely a trending sound. So you want to go through and get some inspiration. What I like to do is I download the Airtable app on my phone and I go through the TikTok app, and whenever I find a video or a sound that sparks an idea in my head or makes me think of a way that I can relate it back to either my product or my brand, I copy the link to either the sound or the video and I paste it into my Airtable as an idea, and I write down exactly how I'm going to tie this idea to my product or to my brand. You also want to search your relevant hashtags. So for me, for example, I talk about selling on Amazon and Amazon FBA. So I like to search the hashtag Amazon FBA or Amazon FBA seller, and I take a look at the videos that are going viral through that hashtag. And this is really important because if it's going viral, then there's a formula in this video that is working already and that's grabbing people's attention. You can take that idea and you don't need to copy the idea exactly, but just make it your own. Now we're going to move on to the scripting part of creating your TikToks. So this is another column on my Airtable, and whenever I'm set on the ideas that I want to film, I will move them to the scripting column. I'm going to start briefing my script on the TikTok videos. So I'm not gonna write exactly what I'm going to say on the TikTok videos, but just bullet points of important points that I want to mention in the TikTok so that I do not miss them or I do not run out of ideas when I'm filming it. When you're scripting, you also want to script what I call your catch line. So your catch line is what you're going to say for the first 5 to 10 seconds of your TikTok video. This is very important because this is what's going to stop the viewer from scrolling. So you want it to be something interesting. I highly recommend you use the word "you" in your catch line because it grabs people's attention, and you want it to be very clear and lets the viewer know what they're about to watch. Now, moving on to the filming portion of the video. I'm not going to go through exactly how to film a TikTok video. That could be for another video that I can do later on, but I'm going to share some pointers when you film your TikTok videos. So my number one pointer is to make sure you're filming in daylight. This is super important because daylight truly is the best lighting. It's going to show all the colors very authentically. So you want to make sure you're filming in daylight. Do not film at night because it's not going to be that attracting for the viewer to watch. You can also use a ring light if you do want to shoot at night. I find that that is the best lighting other than daylight to shoot in. Also, when you're filming, you want to make sure you're not covering the product or your face with the text. So yes, you want to include text so that it grabs people's attention and they know what you're talking about, but you want to make sure you're positioning that text either over your face or under the product itself so that you're not distracting and people are able to actually view and watch your video. Also, when you're positioning your text, you want to make sure you're not positioning it behind the profile icon. So this is a mistake that I've done many times, and I'm going to show you how to avoid this. So when you place your text on the video, you're going to click next, and where it shows the video right next to the caption, you're going to click on that to watch it, and you can see whether your text is behind your profile and the like buttons or not. If it is, then you can go back and you can adjust it, make it smaller or move it a little bit upward or downwards so that your text is fully visible. That way people are able to read the full thing and it's not cut off. Now, my last tip when it comes to filming your TikTok is make sure you are progressing fast enough in the TikTok. So I recently filmed one video where, I thought this video was going to go viral, and I thought the first 5 to 10 seconds were really going to grab people's attention. But when I watched it back, and the reason why it did not go viral is because it was too slow. I was speaking too slowly, so people got bored. So you want to make sure when you are speaking in your video or when you're showing something in your video that you're progressing fast in your story, or else people are just going to get bored and they're going to keep scrolling. Now we're going to talk about posting. So when you're posting your video, you want to include 2 to 3 hashtags that are relevant to your customer. So first, figure out what is your target audience with your product, and then find the hashtags that those target audiences would be relevant to. So for example, for me, I talk about Amazon FBA, so my target audience are small business owners. So that's literally what my hashtag is. I write hashtag small business owners so that I'm able to attract that target audience. I also find that posting around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. are the best times to post on TikTok. This is from my personal experience, so don't take my word for it, but try it out and test different timings and see which one works best for you. For me, I find that 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. are the best timings, and keep in mind that most of my followers are in the US and in Canada. When you do post, you also want to stay engaged. You want to like the comments and reply to them, because not only is that going to help you in the algorithm, but that's also going to help you gain your audience's trust and build a nice community on your TikTok. And the last thing when posting is you want to include a link to your product in your TikTok. So this is the whole reason why we're doing this to promote your product. So you want to include a link in your bio for your TikTok, because unfortunately you're not actually able to include any links on the video itself, but you can at the end of the video say a call to action for people to access the product through the link in your bio. You can also write it as a caption, or you can write it as a pinned comment. Now we're going to go through all the little secrets that I've been saving, and these are, to me, the best secrets that really help you accelerate your TikTok growth. The first one is if you are importing footage into TikTok, meaning that you filmed your footage outside of the TikTok app and you want to now import it, make sure that you're importing the first version of your footage. Don't import anything that has been sent through WhatsApp, anything that has been through an editing app, because the footage quality will really decline once it's been through any type of app. So if your footage is blurry on TikTok, people are just going to keep scrolling. Keep in mind the standards are getting higher and higher, so you want to make sure you're catching up to it and you're uploading all high quality videos. The next tip is to keep your text short and simple. So this is really important, especially with the text that you're writing the first 5 to 10 seconds of your video. You want to make sure this text is very, very short and simple. So really simplify it, very, very basic words. You still want to tell the customer what they're about to watch, but keep it very simple so that it's an easy read. I would say maximum 2 sentences so that the viewer is able to just skim through it and be able to know what the video is about. I also highly recommend including emojis in your text. Now, this might seem silly, but people familiarize with emojis because they use them all the time. So once they see emojis in your text, they're going to stop and it's going to grab their attention a lot more than if there aren't any emojis and it's just plain text. It also is able to describe what the customer is reading through a small little picture, usually a colorful picture. So it's cool because, it's really eye-catching rather than just the text itself. Another tip, speaking of colors and eye-catching, if you are using, different clips for your TikTok instead of just one big clip and you're having different text show up throughout the video, it's really, really great to change the color of that text with every clip, just so that it doesn't get boring for the viewer and they watch until the end and it continues to grab their attention. It's great to switch the colors around. And my very last tip, which you might have heard already, but I highly recommend choosing a trending sound and even if it doesn't go with your video, to just plug it into your video and turn the volume down to 0 so that the algorithm still sees that you are using this trending sound, and then it can push your video up more likely than if you didn't have that sound on your video. Alright, so that is it, you guys, for this video. I really hope these tips were insightful. If you have any other tips, please write them down in the comments below and let's have a conversation about this. I love to talk about, TikTok and Reels and really take advantage of this, because this is a great opportunity right now. Your content will be pushed way more than if you were to just post a regular video or to just post a regular picture on Instagram or a regular video on YouTube. The algorithms are really pushing this right now, so you need to take advantage, especially with your Amazon products. I always say this is what's going to differentiate you as an Amazon seller rather than just another Chinese supplier that's selling on Amazon that doesn't have time to pay attention to marketing. You should treat your business just as you would if you were launching a business outside of Amazon. Take content, do the marketing, send to influencers, and you're bound to succeed when it comes to your Amazon product. So I really hope you guys found this useful. Don't forget, if you do want to learn more about Amazon FBA, I do have a course on it and I'm going to link it down below in my description. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.